Oh, sorry. You had your hand up. Is your hand still up? Did you want to say something? Um, Black King?
Yeah, I was supposed to ask some question about this eating elephant. The question is, I was used to hear about some people were saying elephants, meat of elephant is so good, and it has a combination of multiples like different kind of meats. In I don't know how. So, have anyone tasted before, and how is it?
I have
I have
never eaten
not.
an elephant. I've I didn't even
I
know
guess it's
people did.
forbidden.
Do people really eat that, Black King?
Yeah, they do. They do. Some part of West Africa, they do. They really, it has, they have a restaurant for that. So if you want elephant or snake, different kind of snake and frog, and so it's for me. I didn't taste some before, and I don't want to taste it because So that's it. That's it.
Okay. Wow. That's another. I
I guess I'd always
I don't know.
assume I thought it was like forbidden to like hunt for elephants. So I guess I would have just assumed that it wasn't allowed.
See, and that's an
I
interesting
think
spin too. Go ahead, Nons.
no, that's what I was saying just before. I think it's forbidden because it's a protected species.
I'd have no problem
Yeah.
eating a snake, but I wouldn't eat an elephant.
Especially if it's one that could eat an elephant. I feel like that's like getting rid of
That's
a
a
problem.
feast.
I agree.
It seems that snake tastes like chicken, actually.
I've not eaten snake before. I've eaten alligator, and it just also, yeah,
See?
kind of just like chicken. I don't know.
Same. I've eaten alligator, not snake. And yeah,
Same
chicken.
here.
Yeah.
We really squirreled
But if we
here.
go back, yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. If we go back to this like whole thought, even that they're forbidden to eat, think about it that from a perspective of how you're going to approach an elephant if it's even forbidden to eat it. And the elephant in the room, we like to think that it's the problem, but I don't know if I feel that an elephant in the room is a problem. It's just something that we're trying to avoid.
I think so too, because like any elephant is welcome in my room. Like, it's weird though because I pick up random clothes and I don't realize it at first, but it's always elephants. There's elephants on everything I buy. It's weird. I don't know if that's
It's
my
not weird.
elephant
I
spirit
love them.
animal.
Mine's squirrels, yours elephants. I can ride the elephant.
I also really am in love with snakes and I'm fascinated by them too. So I don't know if that's Dank might not like that.
And I was never scared of snakes until today. Like now, that is the one snake I might be scared of. I don't know, but hippos are really cute too. If we're talking about favorite animals, y'all,
Or
hippos are so
the house
deadly and
hippo.
so adorable. Wow,
Audio, you
non.
have something. Sorry, Audio has his hand up. Let's let Audio.
You shouldn't, because I'm audio, but I appreciate you doing it anyway because you know me and you do it anyway. So thank you. Yeah, first, Dank, we got to get you a house hippo because house hippos are super cute. Okay, so I was just sitting here in silence for a minute, thinking about how you went into that definition of what eating an elephant one bite at a time sort of meant, and the Desmond Tutu thing, and taking on big government, and then, obviously, predators aren't going to take on an elephant because of their size and how big they are, and that's not going to happen, and how that relates to government and institutions and things like that. And then Miss Lynn made kind of a point about the elephant in the room and how these are things that we want to avoid. And I'm started thinking that, maybe the idea of this is that eating an elephant one bite at a time is not about consuming or fighting or sort of an aggressive way of doing it, but rather getting the elephant to do what we want it to do through like coercion, for lack of a better word. So trying to coax the elephant to do what we want to do rather than having to destroy the elephant to get the same result. If that makes sense.
That's exactly where I was going with it. And I love that you saw that.
I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I think it's fantastic. And please keep talking, because that is exactly, I think, like, and that's the whole point of the space. Like, that is the whole point of breaking down philosophies, because we hear people using it, but rarely do we take the time to look at where the quote came from, when it was written, the context that it would have been written, and the symbolism used. And we'll just take it to mean whatever we've interpreted as the moment, not what it could possibly be. We actually limit ourselves. And the whole point here is that we're not. Because as soon as we got into that and I started looking at it, what an elephant truly was, and when it would have been written, and how that probably would have looked to Desmond Tutu when he was going through all of that, and the miraculous things that he managed to change in human rights in Africa. And yeah, if you're looking at a really big entity or a really big anything, it isn't about dividing it and eating it. It's not at all. It's about looking at it, sizing it up, and deciding